Hey, what's up, guys? We are going to create multiple user accounts on an Android device. And why do we need to do that? Well, this is the perfect scenario for you guys because this tablet, I used it at work. And if I'm not using it, I give it to my son, a member of the family. They are going to use it, and look what happens. They install a lot of apps. One thing that worries me a lot is using my card that is saved here, purchasing something on the games. And other things, they might delete some of the files that I'm using for work or kind of post something on social media without my consent. So, perfect solution, create a separate user account for that certain user. And you can scroll this down and jump into the settings, which I'm going to show you. Click that, then look for something that says accounts. So, scroll this, locate that option. There you go, accounts. Click on it, and then there will be a user option again. Click on that, and by default there are two user accounts here. The guest is deactivated by default, and I have the account of mine, which is the administrator. Now what we are going to do right now is go and activate that guest account because it is the fastest way that we can activate. Now after activating that one, you will to have options. You can remove it or kind of test this one, switch to that guest account and check what does the guest account do. So later we are going to create a user profile, which is not a guest's, but I just want to show you this guest account. Then as you can see, it will take around 1 minute to do this one. It's going to load up another set of profile. Then we can check what's really the difference between that one. Now, as you can see here, there are only those default apps that are active for the guest account. And you can scroll this one, you can see the icon, click on that. We are using the guest account because it's encircled right there. Okay, now if you want to switch back to Torogi Pro, which is the admin, we can click that one. It's going to switch back to that Torogi Pro account. Okay, it's switching. Now it will take time again. Now take note that my Torogi Pro account has a password. So if we are going to switch back to my account, it will require for a password. Now my kid knows my password, so I'll change that one later on. Now since we have tested this guest account, and we can go back to my main account, which is this one. That's how your guest account looks like. But if you want to have a dedicated user for it, you create another user profile. Okay, jump in back to that settings page, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to deactivate the guest account because no one's going to use this one. So I'll just go ahead and create a new user profile. Now it will give you two options and you can select which one suits you. I'm just going to select the first option here because it will allow the user to install apps of their own. The other one is more restrictive, and it doesn't matter if which one you're going to use as long as it fits the things that you want the user to do. Okay, so it's saying here that it will create a new profile. What's the name of this profile? Since it's for my kid, I'm just going to put it kiddo and then go for okay. Now this will take a little bit longer because it is not a guest account. It is a new profile that we created. So it will kind of create that space. So we're going to switch back to that kiddo account. And let's try to see what's going to happen next. Okay. Now it's switching there. Then there you go. It's going to start Android. Yep, and you can see here it's going to create that feeling of you setting up a new device, all right? So I'm just going to go ahead and just accept this one. If you have set up a new device before, this is like a whole new process of setting up that profile again, but it is in one device, all right? So you get to have your own email, something like that. Compared to that guest, you don't really need it because it's like an extension of another account. So I'm not going to connect it to the Wi-Fi. I'm just going to accept the terms because for the sake of this video, we don't need to do that, all right? Now it's going to load up that profile. Then, yeah, as empty as that, default apps again, and it's up to them to install the things that they're going to need. Let's go ahead and check. We have that kiddo, and then we have the Torogi Pro. For having a administrator account, Torogi Pro can do most of the things here: delete account, remove account, some of those kinds of things. Then the other accounts cannot do those ones. You only have an administrator to do it. So I can let them have to install a lot of things, and then I'll just remove it if I want to. So let's go back there. Like what I've said, my account, which is Torogi Pro, has a password, so it's going to be safe. They're not going to use it. So every time that I'm going to give it to them, I'm going to switch to that profile, and yeah, here you can use it. Once they give it back to me, I'm going to log in back to my account, and there you go. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you have learned something from this video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Help me make a dream of 100,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you. See you next time.